All right, shalom, shalom. Before I begin, I'd like to start out by giving all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the apostles, the elder bishops, and elders of the great millstone. Peace and salutation to the Lord's elect that be in the house of David. All right, today is October the 22nd, the hopeful year of our deliverance. All right, that our being the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans through the seed of our fathers. All right, we represent the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? On this side, only the elect is slotted for salvation. You know what I'm saying? Over here in America, 2 out of 3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are going to get put to death. All right. As well as all these other nations that reside here. All right. This is also the hopeful year and judgment to the so-called self-proclaimed white man, which he's not white, he's red. According to the Bible, he's the Edomites today. And they're the rulers. All right, today, you know, Yahweh Shem Shai gave Jacob and Esau each a time frame to rule, and we're in the eon, being the age and the reign and the rule of the Edomites. But it's coming to an end. All right, as you can see. All right, you know, Esau starting to put the pressure on you, Jakes. All right, Jake is again an Israelite, and I'm gonna show you a couple of clips with dealing with just that. All right, this particular clip I seen last night. All right, this is a so-called black man. And I use the word so-called loosely because to me, that nigga got the spirit of a big old bitch. All right, but he's gonna be on here crying about this food stamps and you know how he's living on food stamps in Section 8 or some shit like that. You know, we're gonna let it play, go through it. All right, and break it down. All right, it's 12 minutes long, but we're not gonna watch that whole 12 minutes in its entirety. You know, I broke it up in threes. You know, I'll let it play a little bit, I'll speak a little bit, you know, we'll get out of here. Ain't gonna try to keep this under 25, I say under 25, 26 minutes. But I'm gonna play the first part of that clip right quick, and then we'll start from there. Lord willing, excuse me, Lord willing to be edifying. So let's go.
3 kids. Cutting off my Section 8 is like cutting off my air supply. How am I going to breathe and make these and help have these kids breathing as well? I mean, Donald Trump is playing with fire that he don't need to be playing with, and he gonna mess around and get burnt. You know, I don't agree with you cutting off our Section 8. You know, the way I view EBT and stuff like that, EBT has been more prevalent in our black lives than our fathers, right? The government, you did this. You got us addicted to EBT. You made the EBT and food stamps more made us more dependent on them more than our fathers, right? The government replaced our fathers with EBT. So how are you going to take that away from us? You are no different from the deadbeat baby daddies, right? You are no different from the black men that you remove from our homes. Now first off, you remove our fathers, right? And you became our fathers. Now you gonna dip. So now you leaving us with nobody, right? Now you trying to leave us with nobody. Hey, Danielle, I'm mad that Donald Trump is cutting off my air supply. I mean, my food stamps. Because I'm trying not to get mad because I'm thinking that it minds. If I come there, if I check my phone on the field and my food stamps is not on my bill, I'm going still on a stealing spree. And I'm the same amount of my food stamp bill. Police pulled me over. Well, how come you stole $975 worth of food? Because that was $975 I was getting food stamp. Donald Trump did what's up? Like, this is not no bullshit, right? It's not no bullshit. You removed our fathers and you became our father. So now since we've been dependent on you to take care of us like our father's supposed to, you gonna dip. gonna act just like the black men that left us? We are victims of not having a father. So now who we got to blame?
All right, so you seen the first part, all right. Again, I told y'all, I gave you a warning, all right. The dude got a big old bitch spirit on him, all right. I'm gonna read the scripture right here on the screen, Ecclesiasticus 40:28. It reads, "My son, lead not a beggar's life, for better it is to die than to beg." All right, and you heard this nigga basically telling Trump that he needs his food stamps. He referred to it as his lifeline. All right, it's gonna get worse as it goes, but he referred to Trump as his lifeline. All right, the dumbass nigga said if the food stamps don't hit the card, he gonna go in there and steal. All right, you telling Esau what you gonna do before you do it. All right, which is stupid. All right, he's not the only one with that mentality. All right, the nigga woman has been whacking out all week about this thing. All right, November the 16th. All right, I'm guessing that's when daddy government is gonna turn off you niggas food stamps and shit. And what are you gonna do? All right, you're gonna lose your fucking mind. All right, you think you're gonna run down to Egypt and steal and do all that shit, but hey, Esau gonna be waiting on your ass. All right, and ultimately this is the Lord doing this. All right. And if Esau does let you loot and steal all the shit out the store, guess what? He's not going to restock it. All right, the scriptures go into how the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. All right, so you niggas going to be going to loot an empty store eventually. All right, but those of the hopeful elect don't have to worry about that, all right, because the Lord said he was going to feed them and they were going to have abundance, all right, while the rest of the people mourned and, go through the perils. All right, this is verse 29. It say, "The life of him that depended on another man's table is not to be counted for a life, for he polluted himself with other men's meat. But a wise man, well nourished, will beware thereof." All right, so again, this nigga's a grown ass man, all right, but he's been, on Esau's titty so long. All right, he don't know what it is to go out there and get it on his own. All right, and this is a lot of men of today with this mindset. All right, the scriptures say the mighty man of Babylon forborn to fight, and then it says the man of Babylon became his women. All right, this nigga's a big old bitch. All right, just being real with you, this nigga's a big old bitch and got a big old bitch spirit on him. All right, let me see if there's anything else in there. It say verse 30, "Begging is sweet in the mouth of the shameless, but in his belly there shall burn a fire." All right, and these niggas is definitely begging Esau, and they're gonna beg Esau even more in the days that we coming into. All right, these niggas didn't nigga said something about our black fathers or some shit, showing that Jake is destroyed. Jeremiah 4:22. All right, he was raised up on that food stamp shit by his mother, more than likely, and now he's been spoiled. All right, he's a homeborn spoiled slave. All right, Jeremiah 4:22. "For my people is foolish; they have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge." All right, and that's these 2/3. All right, again, these niggas gonna run down to Egypt for help. They're gonna chip up. All right, they're gonna do everything they can to get Esau's goodies. All right, and as he's gonna go on to say, I'm gonna let the next part of it play right quick, then I'll come right back.
At least when our fathers weren't around, when our fathers did, at least we can say we had the government to run to. But now the government leaving us. Now who we gonna blame? Who can we go to tell on the government? The government is playing with our lively supplies. This is some stuff that we are entitled to. I'm entitled to this. I don't understand what's wrong with Uncle Sam. But we're going to fight back, though. All us recipients, Let's put our boots to the ground and we got to fight back. You cut off our food stamps, we're going to go take that money. Then take exactly what you're supposed to get. If you get $291, go steal $291. So they're going to be like, why is these people stealing of the same amount that they receive on food share? Then they wouldn't get it. The motherfuckers was hungry. The motherfuckers was hungry. You trained us to depend on y'all when y'all said the best interest of the child was to be with our mothers. You did this. So you became our daddy government. I don't care if I'm old. How many people live with their parents at 30, 40? The government used you. We trusted you to be our backbone. I'm trying to give y'all some leeway, okay? For my past 40 years of living, the government food stamps never missed a beat. It always showed up right on time. A lot better than all of our daddies. Our daddy missed plenty months, birthdays and weekends. So I'm gonna give you this month. Come December, I better have at least my food stamps in half of the last month, or it's gonna be something. Or it's gonna be something. I know a lot of people talking about, well, you need to go back to work. You need to go back to work. I got kids. I can't go to work. I cannot go to work. I don't want to go to work. I got kids. This is what the government for. I said go to bed. I am not in no good mood today.
Yeah, Jake is definitely a fucking homosexual, bro. I got kids. Alright, that nigga is a motherfucking Momo, bro. He got the nigga woman spirit on him, alright? You know, let me read this in Isaiah 3. Alright, I'm gonna start at verse 9. It say, the show of their countenance doeth witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom. They hide it not. Woe unto their soul, for they rewarded evil to themselves. All right, and again, that nigga got a homosexual spirit, bro. The way that nigga is talking, the way that nigga complaining. This nigga got the nigga woman spirit. I can't go to work because I got kids. Nigga, what the fuck? That sound like Keisha. All right, that's Keisha's excuse. All right, but now, you know what I'm saying? This homo nigga got that same mentality. All right, 40 years this nigga been raised on government assistance. All right, nigga don't want to get a job. Nigga don't want to work. All right, nigga said he's entitled to that shit, bro. And that's why the Lord coming to destroy you 2/3. All right, these them same niggas that said, you know what I'm saying, we have no king but Caesar. All right, Isaiah 3:12 asks, for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee, cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy paths. And he's in the perfect example of that. All right, he was coddled and left on the titty too long by his nigga mother. All right, she done ran his father out of the house, so he done became a big old bitch in her stead, acted just like her. All right, and now he's living on the government just like her and complaining like a bitch just like her. All right, this is what happens when, you know what I'm saying, Israelites aren't in their right mind. All right, they get destroyed by the nigga woman. They get destroyed by depending on Esau. All right, daddy government. All right, literally, these niggas daddies. All right, nigga don't want to go out and get it on his own. All right, nigga want Esau goodies. All right, and Esau gonna give you what you looking for. All right, this is Isaiah 30. This is on verse 30. Isaiah 30. We're gonna start at verse 1 and go down through 3. See where we at with it, because I don't want to get it too long. It say, woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. All right, and that word children, all right, means sons in the Hebrew. So it's saying, woe to the rebellious sons of Israel, said the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. All right, these niggas don't take the counsel of the Lord, all right, the men of the Lord, because if they understood the counsel of the men of the Lord, they would be rejoicing instead of getting ready to mourn, all right, because you understand this is the end of Esau's kingdom, and the Lord is going to feed you in that time. He's going to feed his elect, all right, but these niggas, they on the other side, all right, they the house of Saul. Verse 2, it say that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked in my mouth. The Egypt is speaking of is America, spiritual Sodom in Egypt, where Yahweh was crossed out, red Jesus was put up, and that's you niggas' daddy today. Ultimately, all right, Jesus is you niggas' daddy, all right. It say to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt, because these niggas, again, they been spoiled by this place so long, all right. They don't know nothing different. Just like in the ancient time when we were in Egypt, all right, when we were delivered and we were in the wilderness, these niggas started talking shit to Moses. All right, talking about, damn, Moses, you took us out here to die. You brought us out here to die. We had it good in Egypt. You know what I'm saying? And these them same spirits reincarnated today. Verse 3, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and your trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. All right, and this is what's going to get you niggas wiped out on this side. Thermonuclear missile fire, all right, and laser beams from the chariot is finna strike you niggas through. All right, but let's let this gay ass nigga say a little bit more what he got. Come right back.
What you mean what happened? They trying to cut us off next month for food stamps. One thing I'm gonna beat up is that damn grocery store. They better have. I think the grocery store's gonna have locks on all the grocery stores, because they know the majority of people coming in there is 90% of people that come in there has food stamps. So what they gonna do? They know 90% of us gonna go to the grocery store and steal it. So they gonna come November, from November to about November 16th, they gonna have all the grocery stores locked. Cause they know we own some bullshit. They know we didn't get our food stamps. So when they see all these people in their grocery stores, they don't have enough security to stop all of us from stealing their shit. They know we gonna be stealing. They know we gonna be stealing. They know this. They can't, welfare recipients, let's stand up. They can't take all us to jail. If we do all, and I'm talking about, we gonna lose all the grocery store. We gonna lose my cousin's house, the bougie ones. They spend $10,000 on food every month. That's when we gonna be visiting our bougie family members, stealing their shit. You not gonna stop. You can't stop us. Been in our lives. EBT been in our lives since I was a baby. We love EBT. I love EBT more than I love my father. Most of us welfare recipients do. Why you think it's an uproar when EBT talking about leaving? That goes to show you that we got more love in our hearts for EBT than our own fucking daddies. Because there's not no uproar when my daddy died. Low key, I was happy when the motherfucker left. And most of us welfare recipients don't give a damn about our daddies died. But Donald Trump, Uncle Sam, you talking about EBT dying? Oh, that's gonna hurt the whole America. I think Donald Trump just doing this to teach us a lesson, to really show how much we really appreciate. I didn't realize the appreciation that we have for food stamps until Donald Trump started playing with our fucking, playing in our face.
Yeah, that nigga say, That nigga say they love EBT more than they love they fathers, bro. Alright, just showing, you know, our people are fucking destroyed, bro. Absolutely destroyed. And there's nothing you could do for these niggas. These niggas gotta die. Alright, that nigga said he was happy when his father died, but he gonna be hurt when EBT died. What can you do with a nation like this? What can you do with niggas like this, bro? Alright, they have to be destroyed. Alright, this is Jeremiah chapter 15, starting at verse 2. It say, and it shall come to pass if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord, such as are for death to death, such as are for the sword to the sword, and such as are for the famine to the famine, and such as are for the captivity to the captivity. This is what the Lord got coming for you niggas, alright? You know, the sword is coming, that's Esau, ultimately, alright? It could be another Jake, but the sword is coming. Alright, death to death, you're gonna die a horrific death. You're not gonna die a peaceful death. No, you're gonna die a horrific death. A death by pain, alright? It say such as for the famine to the famine, that's the food shortages. The Lord gonna starve you niggas out. Alright, you and your fucking kids, alright? And such as for the captivity to the captivity. You niggas going in concentration camps. Alright, they already sacking the northern kingdom, throwing them in there, but you niggas are going next. Alright, you think you finna run down to Egypt and steal and loot and do all that shit? Nigga, you going straight to jail, alright? Captivity. Alright, and you gonna wake up and have your ass in alligator Alcatraz, alright, or deported some fucking where. You niggas have no clue what's coming. Alright, and the Lord is at the head of all of this. Verse 3, and I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith the Lord, the sword to slay, and the dogs to tear, and the fowls of the heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy. Alright, so you niggas ain't getting burials neither. Alright, this is what's coming. Jacob way. Alright, 2/3 of Jacob. Alright. And again, these niggas have no king but Caesar. They them same niggas that was saying that shit when Yahweh Shah was finna go up on the cross. Alright, if they disrespect their earthly fathers like this, well, how much more so, alright, their heavenly father? You know what I mean? It's Isaiah 31:1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek thee the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Alright, these niggas don't reverence Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Again, they on the Jesus tip. Alright, the earth pig. Alright, Cesare. Verse 3, it say, yet he also is wise and will bring evil and will not call back his words, but will arise against the house of evildoers and against the help of them that work iniquity. Alright, 2/3 of our people are as the wicked. Verse 3, now the Egyptians, these are Edomites today, Alright, American Edomites from where we live in, because this is where that 1/3, 2/3 thing is going to go down. Now the Egyptians are men and not power, and their horses flesh and not spirit. When the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fail, and he that is hoping shall fall down, and they shall all fall together. All right, so you wanted to trust in the devil. All right, you wanted to receive from the devil, so you got to fall with the devil. All right, the nigga even went so far as to say, that nigga say they gonna run up in their rich cousins' houses and shit. You know, these niggas finna get corno out here. All right. And that goes into, you know, the scripture where it goes into a man's foe should be of his own house. All right, your own family members are gonna be out to get you in that day, and that's on a 2/3 level. Us of the hopeful elect, we understand and know, you know, our family members are gonna be turning us in. All right, they're gonna be what that nigga say on Billy. I don't like that shit. Gotta drop a dime on that. I'll drop a dime on that shit. You know, they're gonna be dropping dimes to Esau left and right, but we expect that. All right. You niggas ain't gonna be expecting it when it happen, all right? The nigga you grew up with, your favorite cousin, all right, your favorite auntie, your favorite uncle, all right, your mother, your father, they gonna turn your ass in. They gonna try to come to your house and take your shit, all right? They gonna be like, man, look, that nigga don't never come at the family reunions. You know what I'm saying? That nigga kid always dressed the best. They bougie, they uppity and shit. No, they got some shit in their house. They don't never want nobody at their house. Let's go to their house. All right, it ain't gonna be no love shown out here in those days. All right, 2nd Ezra 15:14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Now this goes to family members as well. That's in the scriptures. When the Lord said, I come to set a man at variance, the father against the son, the father-in-law against the son-in-law, the mother against the daughter, the mother-in-law against the daughter-in-law. A man's foe should be of his own house. You know, the Lord come and do all that. Verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. All right, what that nigga talking about? He said we finna run up in kinfolk crib. All right, running up in kinfolk crib taking they shit. All right, so that means they gonna go without. You gonna take from them, and that means they gotta go without, because it ain't gonna be no collective bargaining in that day. Here, you have a little bit of this, and I'll front you a little bit of that, and we can work together on this. Hell no. Hell no. That shit is gone. All right. The love of many is going to be waxing cold in that day. As I tell you in Matthew 24:12, iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. All right. So again, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings. We just had a no kings protest, nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their own power. So these people ain't gonna be listening to the governors, the senators, daddy government, as he was saying. All right, they ain't gonna be listening to that shit no more. All right, it's gonna be all gas, no brakes. All right, verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. All right, again, you niggas think you finna go loot and loot and loot. All right, martial law is coming. The military has already been given the green light to shoot American people. All right, so you go your bitch ass down there thinking you finna, all right, load up on some shit. You gonna get loaded up with some lead. All right, Esau gonna put that fire on your ass, boy. All right, verse 18, for because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. You hear that? Verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. All right, kinfolk. All right, niggas ain't showing no pity. All right, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. All right, gonna have the gat going through your shit. All right, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. All right, food shortages, horrific times. All right, are on the horizon, and 2/3 of our people, all right, they got to go through it the hard way. All right, they ain't going through it, all right, you know what I'm saying, with a covering and a hope and a trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Now they going in through that shit with Jesus on the mind, all right? And we gonna see if that motherfucker is on time like you say he is, you know? So let me let this last part play. Read a couple more scripts and we'll be done with it. Lord willing, it continue to be edifying and be edifying up to this point. So let's let it go.
Welfare recipients, this is Donald Trump just want us to support him. Because he feeling like we getting too besides ourselves talking shit about him online. And he said, what? And he feel like we've been trying to go on this black man's train and try to say be independent of the government. So Donald Trump said, hey, hold up, motherfucker. Who been taking care of y'all? So from now on, me and the rest of the welfare recipients will not say anything foul again about Donald Trump. We're going to support his third term. But he has to cut back on them food stamps. You can call us niggas. You can say we some slaves. And all we're going to do is protest and march peacefully. You cut off that EBT, it's going to get violent. I drink 2 liters like they damn a canned soda. All the money that y'all give me on EBT, shit. Crackers with noodles. And this is just my plow. Donald Trump, you fuck with my fucking food stamps if you want to. Quit playing with me. Shit, I love my EBT. You done got us spoiled on this shit. Now you talking about taking our food stamps away last night? Are you cool? Are you cool? I still eat my crackers with jelly on it. Peanut butter and cheese. These crackers give you 3 meals. Are you cool? Look how many eggs I got. Trump, eating eggs for days. Milk's out the ass. Huh? What working motherfuckers gonna be buying this shit? By the cases. Are you cool? If you cut us off, we're gonna go back to growing we're gonna go back. You wanna see healthy, so we're gonna grow our food. We're gonna see how long them grocery stores gonna survive. We're gonna see how long them factories gonna survive. Pepsi and Chips Ahoy's and shit. Chips Ahoy's and shit. The apple juice. We're gonna see how long they survive. We ain't going to none of one of them grocery stores. We're gonna let the working people go there. They cheap ass ain't gonna keep them grocery stores in business. They live in check to check. Now this is where all the welfare recipients gotta come together. This is what you call real trauma bonding. And that Donald Trump is fucking with us. We're gonna put all the welfare recipients, black women, we gotta put all our differences together because he fucking with our sanity.
That nigga say welfare recipients, black women. Showing that, you know, the target is on you niggas, man. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and you know the target is on you. All right, you know, it's more Edomites on welfare and Section 8 and food stamps than quote unquote the nations. I mean, quote unquote niggas, Latinos, and Native Americans. but you niggas are the target. All right. And then this dumb nigga say Trump just want to teach him a lesson. That nigga say we gonna support his third term. That nigga say y'all can call them niggas and slaves and all that shit, and all they gonna do is peacefully protest. But if you take away their food, them niggas gonna fight. Ain't that some shit, bro? Alright, Jake gotta die. Alright, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it is what it is. Good, nice knowing you, Jake. So long, nigga. Alright, good riddance. Alright, let me read this in John 8 and verse 44. Y'all putting this up raw, y'all. I ain't had no precept necessarily wrote down. I'm just doing it all in the spirit. Lord willing, this edifying. This is John 8 and 44. And this is written in red. This is Yahweh Shai speaking. And he's talking about niggas. Alright, it says, ye are of your father, the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. Alright, and the devil is talking about is Esau. You know what I'm saying? That's the devil on this earth, the deceiver. Alright, it says he was a murderer from the beginning, going all the way back to Cain. Alright, Esau's forefather, you know, Cain. Alright, Cain came back as Esau. Alright. It said he was a murderer from the beginning and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. So you trusting in Esau is gonna get your ass used and abused again. This is what you niggas have always done. Alright, you've always trusted in the wicked instead of putting your trust in Yahweh Shai, who controls, alright, Satan. He controls everything that goes on this earth, but the Lord don't want you niggas on this side. It ain't your fault. Alright, you just wasn't chosen. Before the foundation of the earth was laid, you were not chosen. You was chosen to be a 2/3 reprobate reject, all right, who has to be a nutsack Israelite and come back in the kingdom to get the blessing. And it's a blessing in itself, but as Israelites, that's not a blessing of Israelite. Let me see. It's a blessing Israelites. You want to be an Israelite no matter what, but we want to get it on the first time around, all right? We don't want to have to die and come back and walk around with our heads down in the kingdom the way these niggas is, all right? Everything that gay ass nigga was just saying, we gonna play it back to his bitch ass in the kingdom and be like, nigga, this what you was talking about. You know what I'm saying? You was talking about, you know what I'm saying, begging Esau, nigga. If you could, you probably blow that nigga rod for some shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, weird ass nigga. All right, you'll get on your knees for Esau. You'll bend over for Esau, all right, just to keep that EBT. All right. Anyway. This is Sirach 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like his iron rusted, so is his wickedness. But what is Jake doing? All right. It say verse 11. Though he humbleth himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust had not been altogether wiped away. But Jay can't see through that, you know what I'm saying? Jay can't see through the blinders that the Lord got on him, all right? Because ultimately, that's the way it is, all right? David even said it, let this truth be a snare to him, all right? Let me find it right quick. What is that? Psalms 69. I think it's Psalm 69, like verse 20. I'm guessing, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Let me see. No, it's not that one. Yeah, it's Psalm 69 and 22. Let me see. Yeah, I started at 22. We could start at higher, but I'm gonna start at 22. You know what I'm saying? They say, "Let their table become a snare before them, and that which should have been for their welfare, let it become a trap." All right, and that's this truth. All right, this is the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that should keep you stable in these times. But it's become again a snare and a trap for 2/3 of our people. Verse 23: "Let their eyes be darkened that they should not see." Let me see. "Let their eyes be darkened that they see not, and make their loins continually to shake." All right, Jake ain't stable out here. All right, Jake getting nervous out here. All right, where your balls at, Jake? Verse 24: "Pour out thine indignation upon them, and let thy wrathful anger take hold of them. Let their habitation be desolate, and let none dwell in their tents." All right, so you know what I'm saying? King David was praying that Jake couldn't get this. You know, it's another one. I think it's Romans 11. Let's start at verse 7. Yeah. They say, "What then? Israel had not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election had attained it, and the rest was blinded. According as it is written, Yahweh Shapar had given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear, unto this day." All right, so Paul was even letting you know what I'm saying? Same thing David said. And even unto this day, all right, the day that we in right now, you know, they still can't see it. Verse 9: "And David said, Let their table be made a snare and a trap, and a stumbling block and a recompense to them. Let their eyes be darkened that they may not see, and bow down their back away." All right, so this is what the results look like when Jake is in that state. All right, Jake want Esau, all right, to continue to rule up. All right, Jake say they want to give Trump a third term. Nigga, you know what Trump ready to do to you niggas? You niggas don't know that Trump is Nero. All right, Trump getting ready to, you know what I'm saying, kill all of us if he had the power to. All right, you know that charagma is coming, and these individuals are gonna chip up. All right, they definitely going down to Egypt to receive that charagma. All right, they already fattened up for the slaughter now. Look at them. I mean, just look at these niggas, bro. All right, Esau ain't even pulled a plug on their bitch ass yet, and they ready to, you know what I'm saying, lose it. All right, ready to bow out like some little hoes. All right, that's why the Lord said us be not unequally yoked with these niggas, cause you know they some bitches. All right. Isaiah 65 and verse 11, it say, "But ye are they that forsake the Lord, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for their troop, and that furnish the drink offering unto their number." All right, and these troops gonna run down on you niggas. All right. Let me see, verse 12. "Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter." You know what I'm saying? You think you finna run down there and lose? Hey, Esau gonna shoot your ass to shit. All right, "Because when I called, you did not answer. When I spake, you did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not." All right, but it's a flip side. All right, let's see what's coming to those who did do what the Lord was pleased with. Verse 13: "Therefore thus saith the Lord power, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed." All right, so the elect are gonna eat, all right, and rejoice and be merry. All right, but you niggas who running down to Egypt for help, you're gonna be ashamed. All right, in this world and the world to come. All right. Verse 14: "Behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. All right, you niggas gonna be grabbing your nuts, you know what I'm saying, and screaming like little hoes. All right, crying like women. All right, you ain't gonna have no cigarettes in that day to drag that square and pull all that nicotine out like that nigga was doing early in the clip. Nah, nigga, you ain't gonna have no squares in that day, nigga. All right. Hell no, nigga. What's that? Isaiah, 2nd Ezra, chapter 2. I'll jump down to verse 20. Is it 20? 26. Okay. 2nd Ezra 2 and 26. It say, for the servants whom I have given thee, there shall not one of them perish, for I will require them among thy number. All right, verse 27. Be not weary, for when the day of trouble in heaven cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance. This is the elect. All right. Verse 28. The heathen shall envy thee, but they shall be able to do nothing against thee, saith the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai. Well, it's that the Lord, saith the Lord. All right, but that 2 out of 3 of our people are considered heathens. All right, you know, they're gonna be envious in that day. They're gonna see Jake eating. All right, they're gonna see Isaiah 4:1 taking place. All right, they're gonna see all that, and they ain't gonna be able to do shit against it. All right, because the Lord gonna have a standard lifted. All right, the Lord gonna have, you know what I'm saying, a force field around his house of David. All right, the angels gonna be doing dirt out here, doing work out here on you niggas and you heathens. All right, you gonna know the difference between an elect Israelite and a 2/3 Israelite. You're gonna know it in that day. All right, it's gonna stand out. Verse 29, my hand shall cover thee, so that thy children shall not see hell, meaning destruction. All right, so the elect's children, you know, if they're of the elect, hey, they gonna be good. But you niggas that nigga we just seen, him and his children, him and his house, they gonna starve out here. All right, you know what I'm saying? He gonna eat them niggas. All right, I got kids, I can't work. Well, guess what, nigga? You gonna eat the little one. All right, you and the big one's gonna eat the little ones. All right. And then if you think you're gonna, like you say, you're gonna run up in kinfolk crib, all right, hey, bad news gonna beat you home, boy. All right, they're gonna be some fatherless and motherless children in that day. And what you think coming for them? All right, you know what I'm saying? It's finna get bad out here. And the Lord is choosing you niggas delusions. He got you niggas saying and thinking what you doing. You know, he gonna bring the pain to you niggas, bro. All right, that's just what it is, all right? Because this is the last time and the last judgment for you wicked ass niggas to be wicked, and you gotta be paid back. All right, so this could have went longer, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure there's more points I could have made. I could be doing this all day, you know what I'm saying? All the bullshit that came out of Jake's mouth, but the Spirit had me say what I had to say, you know what I'm saying? My take on it, Lord willing, it was edifying, flowed together and made sense, all right? All honor, glory, and praise go to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, elder bishops and elders of the great millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect, Kwam Yasharala, and the Bible ball. Shalom.